Sometimes you're feeling really good, and then today we're gonna talk about acne scars. How to get rid of acne scars, the best way, the easiest way, and most importantly, the fastest way. The one product that I'm gonna focus on today is Lindstrom's Problem Solver. I wake so how to get rid of acne scars. You know what? Let's do 5 tips to get rid of acne scars. Tip number 1, incorporate a daily skincare routine that includes products specifically targeted towards fading acne scars, such as serums containing ingredients like vitamin C, retinol, or niacinamide. You guys have that one product that you've been loyal to for so many years, the one product that has made such a big difference, especially when it comes to acne scars, and you look back on videos from 4 years ago and you realize, holy shit, this is what I'm dealing with right now. Let's go straight to the Problem Solver, which is at $110 now. You know it's a powder, and this powder creates a clay once you mix it with water, and it needs to be equal parts. Be really, really sparing with the water ratio, because the moment you put too much water into the mixture, it's kind of ruined. We have marshmallow, we have charcoal, we have clove, cayenne, and this, oh my god, the Centella asiatica. The ingredient that I was mentioning in my last video that I really, really like, but don't really know how to say. We also see some turmeric root powder, a bunch of powders. This gives you a very good idea of exactly the texture you're trying to achieve. And you probably noticed I was mixing a tincture within, and that tincture was their youth dew, which is, if you ask me, there are oils that are cheaper than $185 that will get you the same results. So it's not the one product that I would super recommend, but it is very nice, and once a year around March, she will have a promotion, and that promotion is most of the time that if you spend about $250, she will throw in a free youth dew. This might be the best skincare product I've ever used. I've been battling adult acne for the past few years. I've tried it all. Use this mask once per the directions, blah, blah, blah. Followed with some oil the next morning. Again, a mask, an acne testimonial. Second one, I got rid of blackheads in my T-zone that I've struggled with since adolescence after one use. For acne scars, this is the mask. Okay, we've talked about too much of this. Let's move on. Before we go on to step number 2, there's so much vitamin C powder infused within this. Even though it costs $110, which is not cheap, it does last over a year. And like all of her other products, hence the price, no chemicals, no preservatives, everything is natural, and it's because of her ingredient sourcing that makes her product so special and unfortunately so expensive. I'm testing out Prequel and vitamin C, which is very affordable. It's 15% L-ascorbic acid, aka vitamin C, ferulic acid, and then a word that I just not even going to try to say. When it comes to the way it smells, first of all, you all know that the purest form of vitamin C is in a powder. You'll notice products like Agent Nature have powdered forms that you mix with a little bit of a liquid, and that is the purest you can get. And the reason why people sell it like that is because vitamin C is so sensitive, and the moment it touches oxygen, it reacts oxidizes, and then it loses a little bit of its potency. And then you can tell because instead of the white, it turns orange and yellow, which is why people that use the SkinCeuticals, which is very expensive at $180, this is significantly cheaper with this ferulic that you probably recognize from SkinCeuticals vitamin C. And immediately I noticed that it's white. It's not any bit yellow or oxidized. I did try putting on 2 layers this morning and I realized that was too much because it is a very activated ingredient and it will start to stink. So just be careful if you have very sensitive skin. I recommend that you just mix it with whatever cream that you're using. My retinol is running low and I was so annoyed because the derm would not renew a new tube unless I visited, and even with insurance it's $250 just to see him. So I was just not happy about that. Step number 2. Exfoliate regularly to slew off dead skin cells and encourage new healthy skin growth. Look for gentle exfoliants like chemical peels or scrubs with ingredients with salicylic acid or glycolic acid to help fade acne scars and reveal smoother skin. If you've been watching my channel, you know that another loyal product for exfoliation is the P50, and this is what I use right after I wash my face. So in terms of exfoliation, that is a product I would use. I also have Lindstrom's The Clean Dirt, which is another powdered form. And if you had to pick one or the other, because both of these products, in my opinion, are very, very similar, I would go with the Problem Solver because that is more of a mask where, and I've tried to put it in my tub hoping that I would reach for it to create, you know, a scrub in the shower because, again, I have to say, it's a really, really messy scrub. Like, you need to be in the shower or else your sink is gonna be really just grimed up. It's gonna be black all over the place. So interestingly enough, the ingredients in P50 contain niacinamide, lactic acid, salicylic acid. There's not much. There's also vinegar, fennel, glycerin water, magnesium, sulfur, sodium benzoate. I also want to mention, I do consider the Problem Solver a physical exfoliator. We start getting into tools with step number 3. Luckily enough, I do have these tools. I'm not going to say that I use them regularly. And if you use the products like Lindstrom, and I'm not even sponsored, I'm not paid, she doesn't really do PR. I just know that it works. You do not need these tools. I find that with microneedling, for example, I tend to hurt my skin, I turn really red, and I love my LED mask. I'll bring it here in a minute, but I just need it to be more sanitary. I'm editing right now and I need to interject. I need to interject because microneedling is great for post-acne scars like this, and so is a face peel, so is like a facelift. That's the only thing professionally that will help. So I'm just interjecting there. That is not the same thing as this microneedle that I was talking about from BeautyBio. Step number 3. Treat acne scars with targeted treatments like microneedling, laser therapy, or chemical peels. These professional treatments can help stimulate collagen production and fade acne scars faster than over-the-counter products. This was sent to me so long ago, but the nice thing about this micro needle is that it comes with an LED light and it doesn't crazy hurt, but I do notice the prickle for sure. And this head, it's also vibrating as we go, which is giving my skin more life, because the more movement, the more blood flow, the better. And I find it hard to be diligent with a tool like this, but I do like that this head is replaceable and it helps with the whole hygiene thing. Does it help when there is a scar? It does help, but what I'm most afraid of with the scar is for it to come off prematurely. You want it to be as natural of a process as possible, to a point where you glide your hand across the scab and it just comes off. This is what my $500 Boost mask looks like after not washing it for about 2 months. And it's completely my fault, but it lasts really long in terms of the charge. And I just need to really scrub the shit out of the inner mask, because this is extremely convenient. There's a lot you can do while you're curing your face. So am I a big fan of light therapy? I am, but do I notice a huge difference? I only notice it when I'm using it consistently, and that's a glow. It's just the texture of really healthy skin. But I don't find myself missing it, which is where my barometer lies in terms of, oh my God, do I need this product versus not? Step number 4, protect your skin from further damage by wearing sunscreen every day. UV rays can worsen the appearance of acne scars and lead to discoloration. So it's important to shield your skin with the broad spectrum SPF of at least 30. Elastin, I have 1 open sunscreen, I have 2 backups. I don't know why, but I found it on Amazon for much cheaper than what it goes for. It may be because they have a new package where it's much bigger now. But either way, the expiration is not till 7/25. So we are good on the side of time. And the reason why I love it so much is because it really leaves no reason for anyone to wear makeup. And I just, for my skin, it really rubs in flawlessly. There is one thing I do not recommend with this, and it's do not put it by your eyes. So this is not the sunscreen for a very strenuous hike, but it is sunscreen for any other day when, especially, you don't wear much makeup. Step number 5, be patient and consistent with your skincare routine. When you have a big scab, the best thing you can do is be consistent. Drying out your spot while you nourish it. So it's a dry up, nourish, which is where the oil comes in after the problem solver mask. And you'll notice, especially if you are sheet masking, giving it as much hydration as possible, and then using the problem solver or a clay mask, a mask that will dry it out. But I would not do anything too strong. You just need to make sure the dry out process comes with healing properties, which is why I don't even want to say it again. I've been talking about the mask way too much for something that doesn't pay me, but it is very nourishing. Wex and I will see you next week.